going to go through today how I edit my photos. As you know, I use an iPhone 12 at the moment, and I thought I'd actually show you what my process is when I'm using Lightroom for these videos I've been creating. So first thing I'm going to do is I always straighten out my image using that button there, and then I'm going to crop in to the parts that I actually want my viewer to actually see, which for this shot I'm going to crop in, take out the chimney, the trampoline and a few other little bits and pieces, so that all we've got is the sky and a little bit of the foreground with the buildings. Then I'm going to use presets. I'm still practicing with these and getting used to using them, but I think my favourite ones are probably the turquoise and red. I always undo them before I do the next one. Warm contrast, and warm and moody, which I think is probably a bit too dark for me for this one. So I think on this one I'm actually going to go with the warm contrast. Then I'm not going to use that one. That's the auto settings, so I'm not going to play around with that. But I am going to start playing around with the curve a little bit. And as you can see, it's already warming up the shot and really bringing out the oranges from that sunrise. I think this time I'm going to go a little bit more blue. Take out some of the red a little bit. And so I am still learning my way around Lightroom. So there's a good chance that I've got some of these either wrong or completely different to how you would do them. I also tend to, because I'm still learning my way around Lightroom quite a lot, I tend to find that if I'm not seeing a massive change on the image, then I'll go from one extreme to the other. Sometimes really bringing the tones down or completely up, but for this one, I think I'm fairly happy with it around there. Again, with the whites, it doesn't seem to do anything in the lower numbers. Once you get above 25, you can see with the clouds in the sky, really having a big impact. So I think I'm probably going to leave that around there. Now, with the preset that I've used, it's already brought the blacks down quite a bit, but I think what I may do is bring it down quite a bit more, because I really want to have an impact with the sky in the background there. I'm just going to change the wrong one. Oops. So next I'll work my way down. So we can change the temperature. Now the temperature I've always found has a huge impact even on the smallest numbers, so let's see what happens here. So it doesn't need a huge change. really liking that tint towards the purple. Obviously it makes the image quite a lot more fake, you could probably say, but it's something that I really like. This one. So I'm trying to sort of focus on the sky in the background there as much as I can really for this one. Sometimes just for fun as well, I actually hit the BMW button just to see what it would look like in black and white. But it definitely ruins the sky in the background on this one, I think. So let's carry on. Now these I haven't seen they make a huge impact on my image. The vignette obviously does, around the corners, you'll see that in a moment. But the other ones, I don't tend to see a massive impact. Now that could just be the screen that I'm using. Obviously I am on an iPhone 12. And with this one though, I'm actually seeing, I don't know if you can tell, but with those clouds, they're sort of more blended as the texture comes down. Bringing it back up again really sort of individualises the clouds quite a bit, so I'm actually going to run that quite high this time. Clarity, again, I'm not completely sure what sort of impact that's going to have, so let's bring that all the way down. Again, I think it's having a similar effect as the texture, but I'm going to keep that a little bit lower this time. Dehaze, let's see what happens. So that's taking away a lot of the colour, a lot of the oranges and the yellows in the background there. I'm quite liking the fiery look in the background actually on this one. Yeah. Give it a bit of a white vignette around the edges. Midpoint feather roundness. They seem to have the biggest impact on the vignette. So let's see what happens there. Now if you look in the bottom right corner and the bottom left corners, that's probably where you're going to see the biggest impact from that. Not really sure I'm going to play around with that too much today. Same with feather. Not really seeing a big impact, so I'm going to leave that where it was. Roundness, a little bit of impact. We'll leave that one where it was as well. And then grain. Again, it could be the screen that I'm using, but I'm not seeing a big impact on that. Let me know in the comments below if you're either seeing a big impact on the image from that, or if you could give me some information about it as to what that does, that would be great, thank you. Only a couple more things left that I normally do now. So, sharpening. I tend to play around a little bit with that, not too much though. And I don't tend to change the reductions too much. And that is pretty much all that you'll see that I do. So thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments below what you think of my image edits, and if you've got any hints, tips, Lightroom guidance, that'd be brilliant. Thanks for watching.